What do you call it? What do you say when words can't describe the madness of what we face as a species and a society? Do you call it genetic Armageddon? Do you call it genetic genocide? Do you call it genetic roulette? Well, it's all of those things and more. Aaron, this article in your research for the big piece we put out, Genetic Armageddon, Humanity's Greatest Threat, a special report now on the YouTube channel, here on the Alex Jones channel. I knew that in 1996 the BBC reported secret human cloning had gone on 5 years before in places like South Korea, England, and other areas. But you were able to dig up a Time Life magazine article. What year is this from?
1965.
And in here they've got photos of human clones, cow clones, embryonic, growing in artificial wombs with weird centrifuges of blood marked radioactive, pumping something into it. I mean, this is beyond the island of Dr. Moreau, and we know the Nazis were able to clone rabbits. But the public was basically told, not to worry about that. But here's the video, Genetic Armageddon, Humanity's Greatest Threat. And I am calling on all of you out there to think for yourselves and to really face how insane this is. This is a lot more important than the NFL draft. I'm here to tell you that we've now discovered that back in the 1960s, they were trying to sell this to the public. And in the Time Life article, it talks about it being basically for eugenics and how they were going to get rid of procreation through sex and have the system totally taken over. And now with chemicals they put in the water and the food and the sperm count plummeting by 87%, now most people are having to go to get genetic therapies to be able to have children. So this is how they create these monopolies, just like Monsanto is creating monopolies over all the major food crops and then purposefully, in their own admissions, infecting all the normal crops so that no one has a choice. And then having the rigged courts rule against people who've been infected by them. So they pollute you, and then the courts that they own come after you. Well, this is a genetic takeover of the human species, and salmon and goats and cows. I mean, for years we've been eating cloned beef and milk from cloned cows. China's coming out with cows that have human genetics in their breast, to produce milk. And Aaron covers that in this stunning report that we put together and spent 3 days making, Genetic Armageddon, Humanity's Greatest Threat. But here's why I'm talking to you right now. I am absolutely begging you to please get this video from our YouTube channel, Genetic Armageddon, and to send it out to everyone you know. And the article that's footnoted on Infowars.com of a similar name that Aaron and I put together. What's the name you gave it, Aaron?
It was Genetic Genocide.
Genetic Genocide, yes. So the article's Genetic Genocide. This is Genetic Armageddon. Please, 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 please research this. As much as I thought I knew about this, when I went and shot the video and gave Aaron some of the research, I said, now go do more research, double check everything. And Aaron came back and he said, well, it's like it normally is. It's much worse than you said. This is going on unabated. The globalists think they're God, and it gives rise to all sorts of mutations, super viruses. It's already happening. And the GMO crops you know about are child's play. Per company, in dozens of nations, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, in some cases thousands of different transgenic humanoid creatures with reptile, amphibian, insect, animal, splicing it back and forth, mixing it. Thousands of companies just engage in all sorts of insanity. This is much more dangerous than nuclear weapons. This is already rewriting the genetic code of the planet. The elite are even worried about it, even though they're the ones pushing it, and have built all these seed arcs all over the planet. I've got an idea here. If you're watching, we need to make this the biggest video we ever put out. We're going to be covering these subjects more and more. I mean, I always have, but I realize in the globalist own words, in fact, Aaron's been doing deep research. This is put out by Eugenics Society, and they admit it's the religion for world government. They got the UN officials in here, how they're going to be God with all the genetic engineering, how they're going to get rid of most of us. They say it's their religion. Aaron's followed a lot of reports on that. I mean, we sit here reading these books. We know what they're into. These are the people that run the planet, and it's just monstrous. This book in particular, right here. I mean, this is incredible. And in their quest for the fountain of youth, they're endangering the entire planet. So here's my idea. Don't just spread this link out to everybody. Genetic Armageddon. Make your own YouTube videos. Go through the research in the articles we posted, but do your own research. And let's cause a debate about this. The system force feeds us this loop that we've got to obsess over Britney Spears or football. And I saw hundreds of times people searched, the NFL possible shutdown instead of searching debt ceiling. We've got to get our priorities straight and realize we're in a artificial habitat. We are now deep inside the New World Order system, and they're testing us. They're putting stuff in the water. They're manipulating the food. Cancer's doubled in the last 10 years. Diabetes. I mean, we are being assaulted. And we've got to demand human dignity. We've got to not just accept all of this. And, Ray Kurzweil pushes it that, just accept that we're going to augment you and put electronics in you, and then you'll be ascendant as well. No. They are going to use all this stuff with back doors to control people, and we're going to get the junk technology even if you embrace it. So it's not a foregone conclusion. We've got to have a debate about this, so I'm begging everybody. Make YouTubes with the term genetic roulette, genetic Armageddon, genetic genocide. Make your own videos. Let's see thousands of these spread across the web. We'll link to the ones we get on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com, and let's really start warning people. Look, 15 years ago when I was talking about eugenics being their religion, almost no one was talking about it. Now, there's a major buzz. People are learning, they're researching, they're finding stuff I didn't know about. We can do this together. Now, finishing up with Aaron. Aaron, knowing this information, I mean, I just, spur of the moment, felt like I should do more today. Not just the special report, not just the show, not just our research. I mean, we've got to call on the people to put their energy into this and totally turn it loose. What do you think of the idea of folks writing their own articles, making their own YouTubes, and spreading this video to everybody?
It's essential. I almost made another one myself. Look at the title of the article. You can see it here. Control of life. They want to control our life processes. This book says they want to socially engineer us all. At a minimum, they're going to force us for profit to take their GMO seeds, but it's far worse. They're going to sterilize us, and it won't even show up to the second or third generation. We'll have no way to penetrate.
That's already happening with the rodents. They admit that's what they're doing. We're now 2 generations into this, and fertility's almost gone.
Those life cycles are weeks. Humans' life cycles are generations, 20 years. It'll take forever to catch them and undo what they've already put in place.
And you got the White House science czar talking about it, and this thing, I thought the clones started in about 1990. This admits they were doing it in the 60s.
It's changed very little since the supposedly science fiction stuff that Brave New World and the other books coined. The Huxleys have been central to this the whole time, and they want to take artificial control over our natural processes so they can put their little patent signals on it and force you to accept their system, Alex.
It's patenting life. It's sterilizing you, so you've got to go to them to get genetic authorization to breed. I mean, this is the hellish, full-spectrum takeover of all society, and people aren't talking about it. The public thinks cloning's a hoax, just like they think spider goats or the salmon that they've engineered. People just don't know. I mean, they're putting over 100 different plants and animals and insects in one crop now, Aaron.
Take raw milk. It's almost perfectly nutritious, has every essential amino acid for humans, but they've criminalized it, made it hard to get, harassed farmers, and yet they go to all this billions of dollars worth of trouble to synthesize a fake, phony, doesn't even match up to human breast milk gene, put it in a cow and get them to breed that. It's going to have all kinds of consequences.
And you see the mutagenic viruses, all of it. Bottom line, folks, help us spread the word. Warn everybody before it's too late. We're all in danger. They're already killing us. People are dying all over the place. They're murdering us. Please get these videos out to everyone. Get our report out, but make your own. Become leaders. Warn everyone before it's too late. It's up to you.